We're going to be breaking the room into 2 teams. You will be put into a breakout room. You go into that room and all you do is just assign yourselves numbers. Okay. So for example, let's say there's a group which has Dhruv and Arhan. So Dhruv has to assign himself number 1, Arhan has to assign himself number 2, like that. Just do that and come out. When you come out, we're going to be playing a quick challenge between the 2 teams where we call out your number, and when we call you out, 2 people from each team shows up, and the one that asks a question to the other gets a point. If the one who answers the question gets the correct answer, then their team gets a point. Here, last and the most fun part of doing this at DNI, guys, in the chat, you have this really cool feature called private messaging. Just open that up and sneak answers into each other's chats. All the best.
And sneak questions also. See, you're winning as a team, you're losing as a team. It's not an individual. So when you're playing, you make sure that you want your team member, support your teammate. Okay. Yes, sir.
All right, guys. So let's get started. So the first round is being played by Arhan and Soham. Soham, I request you to please keep your camera on just for at least your round of questioning and answering. Then if you want, you can definitely turn it off. No worries. All right. So Arhan, your hand is constantly up. You can't do that. It has to be down. When you make your question, you can raise your hand. Got it, Arhan? Okay. All right, guys. All the very best. Let's start first round. Here you go. All right. Soham has a question ready. Is it? Soham, you raise your hand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Soham, you have officially gained 1 point for your team. Now, before we continue, another small rule so that we are not wasting time and dawdling, you're going to get 30 seconds after the question is said in order to come up with your answer. So teammates, please turn on the private chat that you have with Arhan and get ready. Okay. Soham, please share your question.
Yes, sir. Who was Graveyard of Empires?
Afghanistan.
All right. So there you go. The answer has been given by Arhan. Congratulations, Arhan. Your team also gets 1 point. So both teams 1-1.
Soham, is that the correct answer as per you?
Yes, yes, ma'am. It's the correct answer.
Perfect. Very good. Okay. Remember, only the persons who are talking are supposed to be contributing answer and question. No one else. Okay. Okay. Now, numbers 2 from both teams. Raise your hands. Who are the number 2? All right. Anvi and Shania. All right. Anvi. Oh, wow. It's girl versus girl. This is cool. All right. Anvi and Shania, get ready. I'm going to show you a topic, and then whoever raises the hand first will. Okay. Now you can sort of unraise your hands. That would be great. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. So whoever raises the hand first automatically gets 1 point for their team. And if the opponent answers the question correctly, they get a point. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Here's the question. Team. Yeah. All right. Anvi has it ready. So Anvi's team gets 1 point. Great. Now, Anvi, please ask your question to Shania.
The Durand line separated which country from which country?
Yes, Shania. The Durand line separated which 2 countries?
Afghanistan and British India.
Absolutely right. And your team also gets 1 point. So again, both the teams are on equal grounds. Congratulations. Let's go to the next. Now I want number 4s to please raise their hands. Number 4s. Aryaman and Dhruv. Is it? I really like how it's such a leveled playing field today. Okay. All right. Let's do this thing. Okay. Aryaman and Dhruv. Now you can unraise whatever hands and thumbs you have. When you see the topic, again, you will instantly raise your hand in order to indicate that you have your question ready. You officially get 1 point for your team then. And then you have 30 seconds to answer for the opponent. Okay. Let's get this going. 3, 2, 1. And the theme is... All right, Dhruv has a question. So officially, Dhruv's team gets 1 point. Dhruv, you may please ask your question to Aryaman.
What led to the constant rise of Anglo-Afghan war?
Okay, this seems a little tougher than we haven't covered that in this. So Dhruv,
he's just talking about one major reason, like about Afghanistan. So I think, should we ask? Okay,
the leaving of Soviet Union? No, that's something else.
Dhruv, can you repeat your question, please? Or you could rephrase it.
Yeah, Aryaman, we're going to redo this question 1 second. Yeah, Dhruv, go for it.
Who were the main supporters to the Afghan side in the Anglo-Afghan war?
No, but we did not discuss that. Did we? We did not discuss that in the Anglo-Afghan war. Who is the support?
The allies were US.
That's in the Soviet invasion wars.
Achho, I'm really
Yeah. In the Anglo-Afghan wars. Yeah. So rephrase your question. Anglo-Afghan wars. The British warring with Afghanistan in the 19th century. That's the theme.
How many wars were there?
Won the Anglo-Afghan war.
Okay, great.
I have a question then.
No. You can't ask the question.
No. But he asked the wrong question, right?
So, wow, are you like new rules, guys?
He asked the wrong question. So I have a new question now.
No, but how can you ask him a question? He's supposed to ask you a question.
Okay, he can ask.
Okay, you know what? Dhruv, what's your question? You give us a question.
Who won the Anglo-Afghan war?
Yes.
Afghanistan.
Yes, great. Correct answer. Okay. Yes. So it was the third Anglo war, which was one. So you could have said how many Anglo-Afghan wars were there? There were 3. Okay, great. So both the teams again get 1 point. Now I request team member 1 from both teams. Raise your hands. Saumil and Dharmik. Great. Saumil and Dharmik, the next team is coming up. Whoever has their question ready, please raise your hand. Okay. All the best. Soviet invasion.
When did
Okay, wait. Okay, so Saumil has a question, right?
When did Soviet invade Afghanistan?
Okay, Dharmik, the question is, when did the Soviet Union invade Afghanistan? Which year? Team members can give Dharmik the answer in the chat privately. Yes, Dharmik, which year?
1979 to 80.
Correct answer, just before 30 seconds. Oh, very good. So again, both the teams are on fair ground. That just leaves participant number 6, which is Suvarna. And from this team, anyone. So Dhruv, Dharmik, Shanaya, Arhan, anyone can, Soham. Dhruv, Shanaya, Soham and Dharmik, any one of you can go ahead. Who's going ahead from your team? Okay, Dhruv's going ahead. So Suvarna versus Dhruv. Here we go. The topic on the screen. Suvarna, are you there?
Yes, I am. I don't think my camera is turning on today.
No problem. You can just raise your virtual hand if you have a question before Dhruv. Dhruv, are you ready? All right, great. Here's the theme on the screen. All right, Dhruv has a question. So Dhruv, you may ask your question.
Civil war led to the rise of which group in Afghanistan?
Very good.